Welcome back. It's lovely to see you. How is your Friday going, my friend? Or afternoon, more like. Well, afternoon now, actually. Yeah, technically it's 12:05, so... I just only noticed. I thought, oh, okay, maybe I could have got away with it, but I didn't. Close, but no cigar. Right, so let's give this all a bit of a wipe up. I'm the first person eyed the school. I'm the first person eyed the school. How did the junior open water scuba dive course? And I only grade 8 years. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations on that, my friend. So, what we're going to do. All the memes. Meme full. Certainly is. Right. We're going to make a start on this crisp, wholemeal crisp. Now, this wholemeal crisp is very dead simple, dead easy. It's really nothing complicated. Whether it will work with the feta or not is another question, but I want to give it a try out and see what happens. So, technically, I don't really need my scales. I can just do this off the top of my head. But if you guys are going to do it, then maybe just weigh out 100 grams of wholemeal flour or spelt flour. If you want to use plain flour, you can use that as well, but I'm going to use a little bit of spelt flour for this. It's a lot easier to use. So, what we want, get ourselves a bowl. Yeah, Friday, going pretty good, thanks. And you? Yeah, it's going pretty good, thank you, my friend. So we're making a Brazilian spicy fish stew for Fish Friday. I'm also going to do some vegetable rice to go with it, and I'm also going to be doing some feta wholemeal crisps as well. So the feta wholemeal crisps is what I'm making right now, so I'm just going to get a little bit of feta in there. We don't need to season it due to the feta, because I don't know if you guys have tried feta before. It is a little bit salty, but it's not like really over salty as such, but it's to a point where it'll season it for itself, so you know it should be fine. Friday, just out of work, nothing to do. That's an easy life. Is it very quiet at work for Friday for you, Dreams? Right, so let's give my hands a bit of a wash. Sorry for my bad grammar. That's okay, my friend. I kind of got to the end of it. A little bit salty. My goodness, all the puns. Seriously. Crazy stuffs. Right, so we're going to add a little bit of water to this. We're going to give this a bit of a mix-up as well. So let's give this a little bit of water. We don't want too much in here. So, right, so let's give this a good old mix. Beautiful. Work? What's work? That's going to be very elusive to you now, isn't it, Matrix, as your full-time stream stram. Right, add a little bit more water to this, because you want to add little by little. If you add too much, it can get a little bit too wet and gooey. But you want to add little by little until it's like kind of bound together. This should be enough, to be honest with you. This should all bind together now. When is the best time to use sea salt, table salt, or pink salt? You mean for seasoning? I'd say at the end of whatever you're making before you eat it. Is when you want to season things. Sometimes when you're using it for meats and stuff, before it goes in the pan, you know, you just use your head really. For once in 20 years, I forgot what work was, chef. I see your socks. My black socks. They were there. Almost. Right, so we're going to get this bound together. So, giving this all a bit of a knead. I might need a little bit more water in here, but we don't need too much. And we're going to roll these out into nice little thins, ready to go in the oven. So yeah, that's all like kind of cooking away nicely now, that fish stew. So the fish should start breaking up, and we should get some fantastic flavors. As you can see, the cod is already flaking all over in there. So that's fantastic. That's good. We just want to gently kind of cook it down, but not too rough with the simmering as such. To be honest with you, spatulated, I only use the difference between like table salts and pink salts and things. Obviously the sodium table salt, which is chemically made, It's not very natural, and it's concentrated. It's concentrated down. I don't like using things like that. I prefer using natural products, so I avoid using table salts and things. I suppose the only time it's actually worth using is probably for when you're doing pork crackling. So if you're putting it on the pork skin and putting it in a hot oven to crackle up, then yeah, I'd say table salt's the best time to use that rather than natural sea salt. But other than that, I don't really use it. Picked up these pre-sweet Twitch socks at TwitchCon. Awesome. Hey Chef, chat, sorry I'm late. Gave the dog a bath. Mind if I post a link in the picture, Chef? Yeah, go for it. So, Mr. Fun Guy, how's it going, dude? Lovely to see you. Was the doggy happy with the bath this morning? Puppa pics. Let's have a look. So yeah, that dough's kind of formed together nicely now. So what we got, Mr. Fun Guy? Ah, he's very happy with his bath, was he? He looks very relaxed, very chilled. Isn't table salt just for taste and serves no benefit as far as sodium in the body needs? To be fair with you, I'm not a huge fan of using that kind of table salt and stuff. I prefer using natural products that I know hasn't been tampered with, and then naturally, you know, it's natural salt. So I obviously try and avoid those kind of things, to be honest with you, with Dan. I do recommend, the salt I use is called Malden Sea Salt. It's a fantastic product. It's worldwide, and I've seen it over in America as well. It's a really good product, and it's definitely worth buying that salt for. You do need to use a little bit more, because obviously the concentrated salt table salt that you have is a lot stronger. So, you know, whichever, really. Or as near it makes no difference. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, there's some things, like I said, with the pork skin that I know, when you're making crackling, then yeah, table salt's great. It helps make great crackling. But when you're using for majority of cooking that I use, I honestly don't use table salt. I don't even own any table salt in this household, with all honesty. I don't think there's any kind of table salt, but we just use natural sea salt. So, but that's what I prefer using anyway. What did Wild Dog see? I missed the question. What happened? What's the fish called they eat in the UK with fish and chips? Yeah, so it's, yeah, cheers Matrix. Yeah, it's pretty much like haddock and cod. I've also seen like them use plaice and things like that, but it's not very thick fish at all. It's very thin, flat fish plaice. But they also use all sorts of different types of fish sometimes. But yeah, majority of them use cod or haddock. It's a great one to use. So in the fish and chip shops anyway. But yeah, very good. Oh my god. Oh my god, that flavour off that stew smells amazing. Right, so we've got our feta crisps to roll out now. So, Chef, I prefer sea salt as well, just in general, but I meant for like nutritional benefits, but maybe not taste. It's the same. Oh right, okay, I'm guessing so. I don't know, but I always thought the chemical ones, the really cheap table salt, was concentrated down. I have no idea. I don't think it is though. I don't know. Don't quote me on it though. I could be totally wrong. I don't know too much about it, but I just don't like using those kind of. I don't like using products that have been tampered with. Do you know what I mean? I like to use natural products. Selfless plug. Is your name John? Because my name is John. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? So, what are we going to do? Every time someone asks that cod tastes like, I say burnt bullets and teenager Angus. Oh dear me. Chef, ever used pink salt? I haven't, no. People have asked me this question over and over quite a few times. No, as I said, I'm quite happy using Malden. It's probably good, probably fantastic. It's probably got some great nutrients and stuff in it. But I'm actually very happy with the British Malden sea salt that we use over here. It's very good, it's very tasty, and it's very natural. I love it. It's fantastic. It looks amazing. So, Right, so we're going to roll these out as thin as possible. We're going to get them onto the trays as well. So let me get a rolling pin. Oh, his name's John because my name's John. Yeah, there's too many Johns in here. Good day all, Phantom. How's it going, dude? It's lovely to see you. How is your day going? How's your Friday, Phantom? Are you doing well, dude? How are things? How's tricks? Pink salt tastes very nice. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad or anything. I've just never really tried it, so maybe I should one day. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? So I'm rolling this out nice and thin. I mean, if it's going to start sticking, then use a little bit of flour. But to be honest with you, at the moment it's okay. I might get a little bit of flour out actually. But I want to roll these nice and thin. I'm not going to use like kind of, maybe I'll cut a few up. We'll see. And then if you're doing this at home for rustic style, just, you know, probably cook it off quite very rustically. And you'll be fine and dandy with it. Let's have a look. Is that still hot? Yeah, it's kind of lukewarmish. It'll be alright. As long as I don't burn it. Is that faded in the background? How do you mean faded in the background? What? How do you mean? Oh, you mean on the stream? The what's it called? Where are they? These, the leaves. Is that what you're on about? Is that what you're on about with the faded in the background? But yeah, no, I've never really used pink salt. I'm not saying it's a bad product, not at all. I just never used it, and I don't really. I'm quite happy with what I use, to be honest with you, with all honesty. But I'll give it a go one day, maybe when I move to America. I know you guys have a lot more out there, but we don't really have much pink salt over here, to be fair. I haven't seen any. So that's the best product on the market, I think, is Molten Sea Salt. But there's obviously better ones out there, I'm sure of it. Chef, it's a song. Huh? What? I'm very confused. I'm very confused right now. What do you mean the song? By the way, FYI, I can't hear any music in my kitchen. All I hear is silence and me talking. So whatever music you guys hear on stream, I can't actually hear what's playing. So I don't know. Oh, right. Okay. Alan Walker's song Faded. Oh, right. I got no idea. Oh, my goodness.
Hello, my baby. Hello,
Mark,
my honey.
dude,
Hello,
with that 6th-month sub. How are you doing, dude? Hope you are doing well.
If you refuse me, honey, you lose me, then you'll be left alone.
Cheers from the moustache, dude. That's hilarious.
Tell me I'm your own.
Lots of love and hype, guys.
Hey mate, schön dich zu kennen. Cheers from the moustache dude from Frankfurt.
Ah, Mark, thank you so much for that 6th-month love. I really appreciate it. How are you doing, brother? How are things with you? Guys, if you're not following Mark, please give him a follow. He's a German cooking streamer, but he does some very delicious foods. And go check him out. Go show him some love and some support. Go give him a follow. How are you doing anyway, Mark? Are you doing well? It's lovely to see you. I really appreciate that support. That means really well, really well. How are things? What have you been up to, man?